All right, well, besides the fact that I just yelled at you, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling really good, thank you. Yeah.
How is it different going into this fight week now that you're main event?
You know, it's of course there's always a different type of pressure in every single fight. You know, every single fight has its own pressure. To be honest, I think it's something that we create in our own minds. We kind of need as a fighters, to be honest, a little bit of pressure. I think, you know, it get us in the right state of mind to be able to fight. And it's another fight. You know, it's just another fight. You know, it's gonna be a main event, but it's another fight. You know, I'm excited. So.
And what were your thoughts when you got your opponent's name?
I was like, let's go, you know, like I was ready to get a tough opponent. I knew they were not going to give me any easy opponents, so I was like, you know what, I was ready for it. So, of course, you know, it doesn't, you know, if they gave me somebody else, it was still going to be a really tough fight. So, you know, I'm excited for this fight. So.
Should we anticipate a 3-round war, or are we looking at maybe a quick finish? What's kind of your game plan going in there?
You know, always when I go into the fight, I go prepared for a 3-round war, but I take whatever comes. You know, like if the knockout is there, I take it. If the submission is there, I take it. But knowing both of us, we both are very durable, very tough. We both will fight till the end. You know, more likely a 3-round war will be on the judges' hands. So, but at the same time, I'm very confident on my skills, and I think I can get it done in less than 3 rounds too. So.
What are some weaknesses that you've seen in your opponent that you're willing to reveal? I don't know if you want to give away too many secrets, but.
Well, I know his classes very well. You know, I study him along his classes, so then, you know, you just do whatever is opposite to that. And then, you know, it's he likes to come in forward a lot, so, you know, that could be something that could be exploited. So it really comes down to, you know, whether he gets reckless or not, and you know, that could be something that I could exploit, especially with my style, you know. But you know, he's a very tough opponent. We, as my team, we have worked on some game plans, but at the same time, it's a fight. You know, you go there, you do your best, and then adapt as it goes, right? It's a fight, so you gotta adapt all the time.
And I know that it's kind of split. I hear fighters sometimes say, I don't watch tape at all, I let my coaches do that. Some fighters want to be the ones watching tape. What's your philosophy with that?
Both. I watch as much as I can, and then I show to my coaches, you know, just because in the end of the day, I'm the one who's going to go there and fight. So I want to see what type of strikings, I want to see what kind of movements, I want to see everything before going into the fight. So I watch some tapes, and then I send to my coaches, like, hey man, you know, this is what we're working with, you know, what should we go into it. So I can do everything, and you know, when it comes down to fighting, we prepare and we're like, okay, well, we're focusing on this and that for this fight, but at the same time we train everywhere, everything, just in case, because the fight, like I said, you know, sometimes something doesn't work, so you gotta adapt right away.
And just a fun one, 3 of us here are from Vegas.
Yeah.
How do you feel about this weather compared to Vegas weather?
It's different for sure. Vegas is really hot, but it's dry. Heat is really hot, but it's suffocating. Yeah. So it's like, you know, it's just like, you know, just the humidity, right? But at the same time, you know, it's I don't know. I think they both are hot. So yeah.
Does it make it easier for weight cutting when it feels like that out there? Like it's easier to sweat out? I don't know.
No, not really, because in the end of the day, I'm not gonna go outside and sweat it out. You know, I'm gonna stay inside and you know, go back into the tub like I always do. So. It really doesn't matter whether it's winter or hot. Now, if you're going through training camp with this heat, then yeah, you know, it helps out because you're sweating a lot more. But at the same time, nowadays, everything is pretty well cooled up, and you know, especially in Vegas where it's super hot, you know, there is AC everywhere, so you know, you really don't feel the heat till you get out of the, you know, the buildings. So yeah.
And one last one: who do you predict will be in the finals?
Well, of course, I predict myself, and then you know, I'd like to see Olivia up there too, right? I mean, he's my friend, but so it will be a tough fight in the end, but I would love to see him in the finals, so yeah.
Thank you.
As a fellow Alex, do you prefer Alex or Alexander?
I prefer Alex, is good, yeah. Alexander feels too modest, and like, you know, I like to use Alexander probably when I'm going to go and conquer something, so.
Fantastic. Yeah. So you get 2 former UFC fighters in a row. I guess just, do you think that just shows the PFL believes in you because they're giving you these names?
Yeah, it's like we talk with my coaches, you know, they either don't like me or they love me, right? So no, I'm just joking. But no, I think they do believe in me because, you know, the first fight they gave me in PFL was a tough one. The second one was a very tough one. And then even went tougher when he got switched out again. So, you know, like I do believe they believe in me. You know, I think I can do it too, and I believe in myself as well. So, you know, now we just got to get the job done.
Do you hope for your third fight? Do you want that Anthony Pettis fight? I know you're supposed to fight last year. It'd be a third UFC fighter in a row. Like, are you hoping for that fight?
Well, it's a good exposure, you know, like fighting a big name is always a good exposure. You beat a name like that and your name all the time becomes, you know, it's almost like you take cover, right? But at the same time, you know, it's, to be honest, man, whatever comes, you know, everything is welcome. I'm ready for it, so yeah.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah, man.
You're currently sitting with 3 points in the top 4. Do you think that you need more than just a win, or will 6 points get you into the playoffs this year?
I believe that just a win should be good now. Just because the way that the standings are, we all got 3 points. No, never mind. Pettis has 6 points, and then Maka has 4 points. But PFL did something different this time. They put the winners against winners, so we're gonna completely nullify the points, right? The only one that gets to go through is Pettis with 6 points. And then yeah, so then now the winners get to nullify each other out. So we literally are fighting for a spot already, I believe. And then unless the people that are fighting, the ones that lost the last season, are getting 6 points, which I can see some of them getting just because of matchups. I believe a win should be good enough. Yeah. Yeah.
I was going to ask, obviously, like we said, it's your first main event. You're fighting a guy in Clay Collard who has that name value, that exposure that you just mentioned. Do you think that this is the fight that could really expose the Alexander Martinez name to the common MMA fan?
Of course, I mean, you know, every single fight gets to expose a little more, and now this is a big spotlight into it because the main event, fighting a fighter who has defeated 2 big names, Anthony Pettis and then Steven. And so, like I said, you know, it's yeah, you know, like, so he has some heat carrying with him, and then getting to fights like this is what gets your name out there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask, after your victory against Stevie Ray, you actually mentioned, you know, you felt reinvigorated and you were like leveling up your wrestling game. And Collard also, you know, he's known for striking a lot. A lot of people highlight that, but he also wrestled even before he boxed. So I wanted to ask, you know, how do you feel about, you know, Collard's wrestling compared to yours? Like, how comfortable do you feel in that realm?
Well, let's just be honest, man. You know, yeah, we all, I think, somehow in this country, like in North America, Canada, or United States, have had a little bit of wrestling, college wrestling, or high school wrestling, or whichever. The thing is, if you gotta keep at it too, though, man. You know, I've been training a lot of wrestling with high-level wrestlers. You know, with Coach Frank Hickman. Now with Coach Navid from Syndicate, he was a double NCAA. So, you know, high-level wrestlers, as well as my coach from back home, Adam Link. I've been wrestling since pretty much I started my MMA career, so I really believe in my wrestling. Man, you know what? You just go there and you know, you take the fight as it goes. Like I said, you know, everything comes natural once you're there. You know, you don't force anything. You see a lot of people try to force stuff, and they usually don't have a good time. So you gotta go there, enjoy yourself, and just let things come natural.
Yeah.
Training has done. So.
Yeah. And I also just wanted to ask, you know, first main event, you know, a lot of people see you as an underdog. Like, what would this win mean to you, and what kind of statement are you trying to make?
Every single win is really important. Every single win is, you know, it gets you up in the ladder. There is, what's the biggest fight is the next fight. You know, that's the biggest fight every single time. I've been the underdog since I came to PFL. I've kind of been the underdog pretty much in out of all my fights. I've probably not been the underdog, maybe out of 3 only. And then after that, I've always been the underdog. So, you know, man, I take that with pride. You know, it's something to, how you say, something to use for your benefit, not something to cry about. You know, so I'm excited, man. You know, like I said, I'm the underdog, but so was I last time, and so was I the one before that, and the one before that. So I've been the underdog all the way since. So I'm excited, man. You know, so underdog fights hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you had to pick like one thing that you think you're gonna surprise the crowd with coming into this fight, what would you say?
I think my striking. You know, I think a lot of people are sleeping on my striking. They think I'm more of a grappler just because, you know, I get to, you know, pull some good stuff with grappling. And but, you know, I don't think people realize how high level is my striking. You know, like I just got a different type of striking that people are not used to. You know, they're used to that grind there, standing there and bang type of striking. But my striking is a little more slick. You know, it's a counter striking, right? So, like I said, I think people will be surprised to see my striking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
I just have one